You're waist deep in freezing river water. Your left shoe is gone. The Chinese side is 40 feet away. Behind you, a searchlight cuts through the fog. Your friend Jin stops moving in the water next to you. You realize he's been shot. The current pulls him past you. You have maybe 8 seconds before that light finds you. This is how you got here. This is the night you either make it out of North Korea or your body floats to the Yellow Sea. You grow up in Chongjin, a port city that smells like rust and coal smoke. Your father works at the steel plant. Your mother teaches kindergarten propaganda songs. You live in a concrete apartment block where the electricity works maybe 4 hours a day. Every Sunday, your grandmother gives you a single piece of hard candy. You save the wrapper. You have 43 of them in a tin under your mattress. You don't know why you keep them. Maybe because they're the only things that are actually yours. You test well enough to study engineering at Kim Chek University in Pyongyang. It's supposed to be an honor. Your parents cry when you leave. The city is bigger, cleaner, but the cold is the same. You study electrical systems and fluid dynamics. You're good at math. You're quiet. You don't ask questions. In your third year, you're assigned to work at a hydroelectric station in Gangneung. It's not a choice. You pack everything you own into one bag. The candy tin comes with you. You spend 4 years at the dam. The machinery is Soviet, older than you, and breaks constantly. You fix turbines in water so cold your hands stop working. You sleep in a shared room with 11 other engineers. You eat the same corn porridge every morning. You're good at your job. You keep your head down. On your 27th birthday, you open the candy tin and count the wrappers again. 43. You realize you've been counting the same pieces of paper for 19 years. It's the most pathetic thing you've ever thought about yourself. There's another engineer named Jin. He's from Hyesan, right on the Chinese border. He's the only one who ever jokes about anything, even though joking can get you reported. One night during a power outage, he whispers that his cousin made it to South Korea. You don't respond. You pretend you didn't hear. But 2 weeks later, you ask him how. He looks at you for a long time. Then he says, "The Tumen River, if you know where to cross." You don't say anything, but you both know the conversation just changed everything between you. 3 months later, your father dies. Heart failure, they say, but you know it's malnutrition. You request leave to go home. It's denied. Then your mother is arrested. They don't tell you why. You try to find out. No one will talk to you. You send letters. They're returned unopened. You ask your supervisor for help. He stops making eye contact. You haven't done anything wrong, but that doesn't matter. You're connected to someone who did. You just don't know what. Jin finds you smoking behind the turbine hall. You don't even smoke. You traded your dinner ration for the pack. He tells you they're going to come for you next. Guilt by association. Maybe a camp. Maybe execution. Depends on what your mother did. He says he's leaving. 2 weeks. There's a broker in Hyesan who runs people across the river. It costs everything you have plus everything you can borrow. You tell him you don't have anything. He says, "Then you'll die here." You flick the cigarette into the snow. You tell him you'll think about it. You're lying. You've already decided. You steal food, a little at a time. You hide it in your mattress. You sell your watch, your spare clothes, the candy tin. That one hurts more than you expected. You get 140 yuan total. The broker wants 500. Jin says he'll cover the difference if you work it off on the other side. Construction, dishwashing, whatever. You're not stupid. You know what work it off probably means. You agree anyway. You write a letter to your mother. You don't mail it. You burn it in the stove. If they find it, they'll know you ran. On the last night, you don't sleep. You just stare at the ceiling and count to 10,000. You and Jin leave separately. You take a train to Hyesan, sitting next to a woman with a chicken in a basket. You get stopped twice for papers. Your hands shake so badly you can barely hold them. The guards wave you through. You meet Jin at a noodle shop near the market. He shaved his head. He doesn't look like himself. You realize you'll never see the dam again. You'll never see your mother again. You're not escaping to something. You're just running from everything. The broker arrives. He's younger than you. He looks bored. "Tomorrow night," he says. "Bring nothing, wear dark clothes. Don't be stupid." Hyesan feels different. It's close enough to China that people whisper about it openly. You see Chinese cigarettes for sale, Chinese soap. You stay in a freezing room above a mechanic shop. Jen sleeps. You don't. At midnight, the broker comes back with another man. older, missing teeth. He gives you each a set of black clothes and a plastic bag. Put your things in this, hold it above your head in the water. If you drop it, keep moving. If you stop, you die. He lights a cigarette. The river's low right now. Normally it's chest deep. Tonight maybe waist deep. You'll feel the current. Don't fight it. Angle northeast. You nod. You don't ask what happens if you angle wrong. You leave at 2 a.m. You walk through fields for 40 minutes. No flashlights. The broker leads. You follow his shadow. Jin is behind you. No one talks. You can hear dogs in the distance. You pass a checkpoint, but the broker knows the schedule. The guards are gone. You think about how many people have walked this exact path. You think about how many didn't make it. You reach the tree line. Through the branches, you see the river. It's wider than you imagined. The Chinese side looks exactly the same as this side. It feels impossible that crossing 30 meters of water changes your entire life. The broker points. There. Go. You step into the river. It's colder than anything you've ever felt. Your legs go numb instantly. You hold the plastic bag over your head. Inside, 140 yuan, a spare shirt, nothing else. The current hits you. It's stronger than the broker said. You're 10 feet in and already drifting sideways. You correct. Your right foot slips on a rock. You go under. You come up gasping, bag still above your head. Jin is beside you. You can't see his face. You're halfway across when you hear the dogs again. Closer. Then you hear a shout. You don't look back. You move faster. The searchlight finds you. You're 15 feet from the Chinese side. The light is so bright you can't see anything. You hear a crack. Jin makes a sound. You reach for him. He's not moving right. His hand finds your shoulder. Then it slides off. The current takes him past you. You try to grab him. You can't. You have to choose. Stop and die with him or keep going. You keep going. You crash into the Chinese bank and crawl up onto the mud. You're missing your left shoe. Your ears are ringing. Jin is gone. You don't let yourself think about it. You run into the trees. You hide in a drainage ditch until sunrise. You're shaking so hard you can't stand. When light comes, you see a road. You follow it. A truck passes. It doesn't stop. You walk for 3 hours. You reach a town. It looks like North Korea, but the signs are in Chinese characters you can't read. A woman stares at you. You realize you look like exactly what you are. You find a public bathroom. You clean the mud off. You put on the spare shirt. It doesn't help. You count your money. Still 140 yuan. You don't know what to do next. Jin was supposed to know. You sit on a curb and stare at nothing. A man in a leather jacket sits down next to you. He speaks Korean, northern accent. You just came over. It's not a question. You don't answer. He lights a cigarette. Your friend didn't make it. I saw the lights last night. You still don't answer. You owe someone money. The broker on the other side, he works with us. You still owe 360 yuan plus interest. You're going to work it off. You tell him you don't owe him anything. He smiles. You're in China illegally. I make one call, they send you back. You know what happens then. You know. He stands up. Come on, there's a construction site. You start today. You carry bricks for 14 hours a day. You sleep in a shipping container with 9 other North Koreans. They all have the same story. River, broker, debt. No one talks much. You get paid in scraps, literal food scraps from the foreman's meals. The 360 yuan becomes 400, then 480. Interest. Every week they add more. You've been here 4 months. You've lost 20 pounds. One night, another worker tries to run. They catch him. You don't see him again. You stop thinking about escape. You stop thinking about your mother. You only think about bricks. How many you've carried, how many are left. One morning, the foreman doesn't show up. Then the smuggler doesn't show up. You wait. Nothing happens. Another worker says the operation got raided in another town. Everyone's scattered. You're free. You walk off the site. No one stops you. You have no money, no papers, no contacts. You're in rural China, you don't speak the language, and you're wanted by 2 governments. You start laughing. It's the first sound you've made in weeks. You're free, and you're completely fucked. It's the same thing. You realize Jin died for this. You stop laughing. You walk to the nearest town. You find the Korean Chinese church. The pastor doesn't ask questions. He gives you a bowl of rice and a phone number. Underground railroad, he says. They'll get you to Southeast Asia. From there, South Korea. Maybe. You call the number. A woman's voice. She tells you to take a bus to Shenyang. Someone will meet you. The pastor gives you enough yuan for the ticket. You get on the bus. It takes 11 hours. You don't sleep. You watch China go past the window. Factories, apartment blocks. It looks like progress. You wonder if North Korea will ever look like this. You doubt it. You meet a young guy at the Shenyang train station. He's ethnic Korean, born in China. He speaks both languages. He takes you to an apartment where 6 other defectors are hiding. They're all heading to Laos, then Thailand, then Seoul. It cost another 2,000 yuan. You don't have it. The guy shrugs. Work here for 2 months. Restaurants need dishwashers. We'll get you papers. Fake, but good enough. You wash dishes. You sleep on a floor. You save everything. 2 months becomes 4, then 6. You're stuck again. One night, someone from the South Korean embassy makes contact. They'll move you for free. You don't ask why. You just say yes. They move you through Vietnam, then Laos. You travel at night in the back of trucks. You cross rivers on foot. You hide in safe houses that smell like mold and sweat. It takes 5 weeks. You lose track of time. In Thailand, you turn yourself into police. That's the plan. Thai police send you to an immigration jail, then South Korea processes you. You spend 3 weeks in a cell with 40 people. Then one morning, they put you on a plane. You've never flown before. You sit by the window and watch the clouds. You think about Jin in the river. You think about your mother. You don't cry. You're too tired. You land in Seoul. They put you in a government resettlement center for 3 months. You learn South Korean culture. You learn how to use a smartphone. You learn that you're 20 years behind. They give you a small apartment in a suburb. They give you a stipend. You get a job washing dishes again. Turns out that's all you're qualified for here too. You're free, you're alive, you're also completely alone. One day, you're walking by a convenience store. You see a display of hard candies. You stop. You buy one. You unwrap it slowly. You save the wrapper. You put it in your wallet. It's the first thing you've owned that matters in 3 years. You think about your grandmother. You think about the tin under the mattress in Chongjin. You think about how you can never go back, not even to say goodbye. This is freedom. It doesn't feel the way you thought it would. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.